Oh, yeah, the weather's been really great lately. I've been wearing shorts and T-shirts, and it's March, I mean, for gosh sakes. And I'm sorry, guys. Didn't even notice you there. I was talking to my best friend, the Broom, because we're coming off another sweep from last week. That's right, guys. 5-0 on the bets last week, plus 7.13 units at UFC Vegas 114. And we're looking to repeat success here and bring out my best friend again next week at UFC London. Wow. What an intro. My name is Young Pasty, a.k.a. the White Boy Wonder. And I am here today to give you all of my official bets for UFC London. 4 bangers coming your way. Absolutely free. Now, as we always do, we have to recap last week. UFC Vegas 114. I did a mini recap there before, but let's pull up the official results here and you see right. 5-0 on the bets, plus 7.13 units last week at UFC Vegas 114. You know what that means, guys. All right, you know what that means. We got to bring out the boxing gloves, all right? We bring these bad boys out every time we have a profitable week. And it was a great week, guys. I mean, what more can you ask for? Going undefeated on the bets, right? Now, bet number 1, Bia and Delgado. It was a little sketchy at times with that Delgado bet, right? I mean, when the split decision came up, I was like, biting my nails a little bit, right? Bet number 2, taking Elijah Smith and the fight to start round 2. Oh, I mean, how perfect. He gets the finish early in round 2. And if we would have bet the over 1.5, it wouldn't have hit. 3-pick parlay of the week, guys. Smacks once again. We're 6 for 7 on the 3-pick parlay of the week. Bet number 3. Bet number 4 hits too, which was also my alt 3-pick parlay of the week. And then our underdog, Eric Anders, plus 100 comes through for us. So, hey, I will take plus 7.13 units any week. All right, so we're looking to repeat success here for UFC London. As I said in the intro, 4 official bets, all right? Absolutely free. We sort these in confidence. So bet number 1 is always my most confident play of the week. Then it rolls on down from there. So let's get to it, guys. Bet number 1, my most confident play for UFC London. We got a little 2-pick parlay again, all right? I call this the acronym parlay. We got CLD and MVP. Minus 111, we're putting 2.22 units on it. CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan. MVP, Michael Venom Page. Both of these guys, excuse me, are going to get the job done for us, all right? Let's go over CLD. He's taken on Roman Dolidze, who just got ragdolled and beat the hell up by Fluffy in his last fight. And CLD, man, his striking, his movement, I think are going to be too much for Dolidze to handle. I think he just flows in the octagon, and Dolidze is real kind of flat-footed. You know, I think Dolidze could probably find a lot of success, like in the clinch, you know, against the fence, and maybe getting takedowns. But I don't really see a lot of that happening against CLD. I think he's able to avoid those situations. And to be honest with you, CLD on the fence is nasty with those knees and those elbows. So is it really a place that Dolidze wants to be in? Unless, you know, he's in the driver's seat, of course. But Dolidze's just, you know, yes, he's fought the better competition than CLD, but CLD's rising. He's surging. And I believe he will take this fight and win this fight. He's a heavy favorite for a reason. So CLD's the first leg. Second leg, MVP, Michael Venom Page, taking on Sam Patterson. Guys, no one can figure out Michael Venom Page. Nobody. Super unorthodox, wild, unpredictable. I mean, what else do you want to call it? He's just, anytime he gets in the octagon, you're watching, right? Because you don't really know what he's doing. But his opponents can't figure him out. He's coming off a win against Jared Cannonier. All right, now you're giving him Sam Patterson? It just doesn't match up to me here. I think he's better in most areas. I think troubles he may have are the chin, and then maybe getting taken down, the submission. You know, Sam Patterson really needs to be in the perfect spot to get MVP in a submission, because MVP can get up pretty good, right? We've seen in prior fights that he doesn't spend too much time on the ground. He doesn't take too much damage. He's able to get back to his feet. So I'd like MVP in this spot to beat Sam Patterson. Prove it to me, Sam Patterson. If you beat MVP, that's a pretty dang good win to have in your pocket here. Now it's an older MVP, but nevertheless still an MVP win. So the acronym parlay, CLD, MVP, minus 111. We're putting 2.22 units on it. That's bet number 1 of the week. Let's go. All right, moving on to bet number 2. We are taking Danny Silva, plus 3.5 on the scorecards. We are taking the spread, minus 120. We're putting 2 units on it. Now, what does that mean? Plus 3.5. There's a lot of different ways this bet can win. So, Danny Silva wins the fight by finish, we win. Danny Silva wins by decision or split decision, we win. If Danny Silva at least wins 1 round on all the judges' scorecards, we will hit this bet. We're banking on a 29-28 at worst, right, in Curtis Campbell's favor. Now, let me explain why I think Danny Silva can at least win 1 round. Which round do I think he wins? Round 3. So, Curtis Campbell making his UFC debut really hasn't fought the best of competition, if you're asking me. And Danny Silva, this guy just went 3 rounds with Kevin Vallejos, right? So there's no finishing or knocking out this guy, in my opinion. And his hands are crisp. He has more UFC experience than Curtis Campbell. Yeah, I know his wins are by split decision, all right? But he's in tough fights. He can go back and forth with people. If we're going by split decision, even if he loses a split decision, this plus 3.5 on the scorecards will still hit. So am I going to be kicking myself if Danny Silva wins outright? No. I won't. Okay, I'm happy with the plus 3.5. I'm happy with the minus 120 number at that. Again, I think he can at least win 1 round. I think Curtis Campbell's going to exhaust himself with grappling and takedowns after the first 2 rounds, and not going to be able to sustain that for the 3rd round. And that's where Danny Silva is really going to shine. So, Danny Silva plus 3.5 on the scorecards, minus 120. We're putting 2 units on it. That is bet number 2 of the week. Let's go. Moving on to bet number 3. Yes, bet number 3, our 3-pick parlay of the week. 2 things, okay? First off, if you don't know what the 3-pick parlay of the week is, let me tell you. We find 3 good legs, we put them all together to get a good number. We are 6 for 7 on the 3-pick parlay of the week this year. 6-7, all right? In 2026. So let's go 7 for 8 this week, all right? Second, if you're new around here or if you have not, click that subscribe button for me. We are on the road to 400 subscribers. We just swept the freaking card last week for the 2nd time this year, bets-wise, right? And we're going to do it again this week, all right? So if you could, give me a little digital click, all right? Click that subscribe button. Goes a long way for me. Let's get into the 3-pick parlay of the week, gosh darn it, all right? First leg, Mantas K. I don't know how to say his last name, all right? It's hard for me. Second and 3rd legs. Over 1.5 rounds in the Campbell versus Silva fight and the Luke Riley versus Aswell fight. Plus 106. We're putting 1.5 units on it. Let's go over each leg. First off, Mantas is taking on Antonio Trocoli. 1 of 2 of my honorary Lamb of the Weeks. Lambs of the Week. Said that wrong. Lambs of the Week. Yeah, I mean, Antonio Trocoli is just getting fed to prospects at this point. Have you guys seen what Mantas does to people in the octagon? He flatlines people, guys. He flatlines people. They're doing, like I said in my picks video, when he's knocking people out, they're doing custom emojis when they fall to the ground, okay? Things you've never seen a body do before, all right? So I expect that to happen again, and Mantas is going to end up flatlining Trocoli. If he doesn't, that would be a surprise to me. Second 2 legs, the over 1.5. in the Campbell versus Silva fight and the Riley versus Aswell fight. Now first, the Campbell versus Silva fight. Kind of discussed it in bet number 2, but I think this fight goes distance, okay? I think it goes all 3 rounds. I think Curtis Campbell's going to find success in the 1st and 2nd round with grappling and takedowns and clinch on the fence. And then come the 3rd round, that's where Silva's going to shine, right? He has really good hands, pretty good movement, crisp boxing. I think it's, more fine-tuned in that area than Campbell's is. And I think he'll find a lot of success in the 3rd round. But Silva just went 3 rounds with Kevin Vallejos. I don't know. Are we going to bank on a Curtis Campbell submission? It could happen, but I think Silva's prepared for that. So all I'm asking for is the over 1.5 in this fight, okay? 7.5 minutes, then we're good. 3rd leg in the Riley versus Aswell Jr. fight. Now, Aswell is durable as hell. We've seen it in all of his fights, but primarily in his last fight versus Oki, where he's up 10 pounds. Taking on power that's, up 10 pounds, you know what I mean? Now he's coming back down in weight to take on Riley here. But what I'm saying is Aswell is a durable guy. I don't see Riley finishing him, at least early on, right? Unless he kept on. You could always get caught in the first round with something nice and crisp. But if you're going to finish Aswell Jr., man, it's probably going to be an accumulation of damage. And Riley kind of getting a finish or something on the mat or something like that. But Riley on the flip side, we've seen this guy beat the hell up and come back. We've seen this guy survive almost death. I mean, gosh. So even though he can get rocked and look wobbled at times, this dude's pretty durable too. So all I'm asking for is the over 1.5 in both of these fights. Okay, if y'all want to get a finish after that, I'd love for Silva to get a finish. And on the other fight, I don't know. I might pick flip to Aswell. I'm saying it on the bets video. I might pick flip to Aswell because he's damn good. And then something's telling me, but we'll see. I kind of want to see the face-offs. So let's recap bet number 3. Mantas over 1.5 rounds in the Campbell versus Silva and Luke Riley versus Aswell fight plus 106. We're putting 1.5 units on it. That's the 3-pick parlay of the week. Let's go. All right, moving on to bet number 4. Our last bet of the video. We are taking Mason Jones. Minus 120, we're putting 1.2 units on it. He's taking on Axel Sola Axel. Some of these names, I don't know, they flip-flop them, so I don't even know what the hell to call them. I think it's Axel Sola. Anyway, I did doubt Axel Sola at first, and, shout out to him. Proved me wrong. Got the win in his first fight. Okay, good for you. But I'm kind of doubting him here again. All right, you're taking on a Mason Jones. This guy is basically kind of like a vet in the UFC, all right? His first round went all right. Got kicked out. Kills in Cage Warriors. Comes back and is just rattling off wins, man. And how I think he wins this fight, I think he's going to mix in the wrestling very well. He loves to brawl, throw power shots. That kind of gets the best of him at times, but we've seen him clean that up. And even if he does get rocked or wobbled, this dude has a solid chin and can recover pretty quickly. So I just think he's going to get the best of Sola. I think he's going to teach him a vet lesson. Sola's tough. All right, Sola's dang tough. I don't know if Jones is going to be able to actually finish him or get him out of there. And, I see Mason Jones just resurging his career. I know it's over people that are, not that, okay, you're like Jeremy Stevens, oh, woo, you know what I mean? But Balaji Okio, is he the best kind of fighter, right? But, hey, he's getting wins in the UFC, all right? At the end of the day, he's getting wins in the UFC. So, I'm on the fade train on Axel Sola. If he beats Mason Jones, I'm going to say he's pretty dang legit. So, I got Mason Jones by decision, but all we need him to do is win the fight. So, get a finish. I don't think it's going to happen. But, Mason Jones, minus 120. We're putting 1.2 units on it. That's bet number 4 of the week. Let's go. All right, guys, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. 4 official bets for UFC London, absolutely free, that I've given you today. If you could do me a favor, please click that subscribe button down there. We are on the road to 400 subscribers. We are at 373 right now. All right, we're almost there. All right, so if you could, just help me get to my goal. Click that little button for me. Second, Patreon is free. Links in the description. That's where you can see all of my bets when I place them, okay? I'll post the bet in the Patreon when I place the bet. That's when you can see the odds when they're good, because, come fight time, these odds always sway in the opposite way. You'll see. All right, we're mostly ahead of the lines. There's few and far times that we aren't, but, at the end of the day, line shopping don't really matter if you don't hit your bets, right? But we're usually ahead of the line, so that's what I'm saying. We get good value on our bets. So let's have a good week this week for UFC London. Let's have our best friend come out and have another visit next week. All right? Young Pasty, whitest in the land, out. Let's go.